So what's the theme for this episode gonna be? Captain America? Well, that sounds unlikely. As it turns out, the theme actually is Iron Man. Who knew? So, it's finally here. After a year of working, pandering, and suffering, I finally finished my Iron Man suit. To satisfactory? Well, that's debatable. I didn't have enough time to get it as properly finished as I want to because I had a convention to go to. But I'm pretty happy with it now, actually. So, let's just get right to it with the boots. Now, these are just boots, and this is like the third time I made these boots because I just wasn't happy with the other ones. But I'm pretty happy with them now. And, you know, I just heat formed them with foam and used plastic dip to seal it. Let's see, we got the hands on. These are just kind of work gloves, but I made them into Iron Man gloves with foam. Right here we got a little light that I got from Home Depot. Doesn't want to work now. There we go. Just had to use violence. And I just kind of stuck it on there. I was going to use some other more form-fitting light, but I just didn't have the time. Like a more sophisticated LED cluster. Speaking of not having enough time, I was going to use some sort of missile pod in this. I was going to have like a little missile that popped up, but these are just kind of big hunks of foam on the forearm. That's how they look. For the weathering, I used kind of black paint misted over it with a bit of silver dry brushing, like on this helmet. I didn't use that Marvel Legends one in the background because first of all, it's too big, and second of all, it looks too perfect. So, I made my own. And it looks pretty okay. You know, it's got a little kit on the inside that I bought from eBay, and you just kind of turn it on and boom. So, there's what that looks like. Next up are the biceps. And then the shoes. Now these are like navy boots, and I cut the tops off of them, and then I put these little covers on them and painted them red. I was going to make some custom boots, but then again, time constraints. But they look pretty okay, and they make me taller, which is quite nice. And they're like heavy, they're like 3 pounds a piece. Let's get on to the thighs and the belly. Now, these are the thighs that I made, and they're kind of heavily marked 7 inspired. And this is the torso. That's what that looks like. These are just kind of held on with elastic, and so is this little crotch piece. And they just kind of slide on like suspenders would. Finally, we're getting to the chest, and the cover on the light is just a little cover to a tap light. These things don't do anything, they're just hunk of foam. I do like this though. I have a little hinge and some washers in there, like a little bolt and some washers, and it looks pretty good. So here's what that looks like, and here's the back of it. I like how I put some little detail here to make it look like it's been boosting out the back. But I do like this piece a lot. It's probably one of my favorite pieces. It just satisfies me for some reason. Here's the morph suit. It's called the Android morph suit. Dan Lexi actually turned me onto this, and it's a great morph suit. You know, it looks kind of mechanical from underneath. So that is really good for an Iron Man suit. Finally, we got the neck piece. Very fashionable, but it just kind of completes the look. They're little thin pieces of foam, and it has a little Velcro in the middle. So with that said, let's get suited up. Here's the Iron Man suit.